Hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? Oh, looks like I'm coming in clearly. Wonderful. Welcome back to another session of Jokes, Tales, and Critical Fails here on crispy_VDL. We will go ahead and kick off the session right away this evening. As I don't believe I have really any new messages, just don't forget, if you'd like to toss us a subscription once a month, you can gift an inspiration for a tier 1 sub, a aid to any of our players for 30 minutes with a tier 2 sub, or a tier 3 gets an aid and an inspiration to a player of your choice. If you are if you ever wish to contribute and sway the game in any which way you want, this is your opportunity to do so. Looks like we got a subscription from a one Snuggly Beast, which that means Snuggly can go ahead and gift an inspiration. That can be to either this session or tomorrow's game. So if you are a fan of either or both, you can choose which one you want to boost. You can also boost your friendly neighborhood DM as well if you want to give me an inspiration that I can use to screw over my players. I'd be happy to do so as well. That also brings me to the Boon or Bane game. If you gift a sub or cheer 100 bits, you can boon somebody for 30 minutes or bane them, which adds a d4. You can actually gift it to yourself for tomorrow. The intent is for each of my players, if they want to subscribe with a prime and get an inspiration. That's entirely reasonable. That's why you can only do it, for your sub. If you were in the session doing giving yourself a boon, then we would run into issues. But that's not something we're gonna have now, is it? Anyway, getting started with today's session. Oh yeah, also don't forget to check out the gold pieces down in the corner. Looks like we've got a random encounter coming in the direction of my players, as well as a catastrophe is becoming very imminent. That could be dangerous. We'll see how that goes. Yes, I'll drink water and check my posture. Thank you very much. But as we get started here today, last time on scouring the Scorched continent. Oh wait, sorry. I gotta close my door. Anywho, last time on scouring the Scorched continent, our heroes have met up with the cult known as the Violet Knight, a sect of drug peddling cultists, which you have now learned to be devoted to an entity known as Lady
Charging
Delora.
battery.
As you guys were approached in the night by these cultists, you were awoken and taken to their compound deep within the deserts of Mirhan. There, you were introduced to the bulk of their cult, under the guise as Vyraaka addicts, an addictive drug that has swept across the continent of Rakesh. You all have been accepted hesitantly into this cult known as the Violet Knight. There you have been introduced to a number of individuals and a number of different roles that people have taken on underneath the guidance of Lady Delora. As you all approached her chamber and met her for the first time, many of you were struck by the appearance of a beautiful giant woman who lightens your very being as you gaze upon her, and smells almost intoxicating while you are within her presence. As you all currently now reside within the cult, you have taken up residence within the recruits' quarters, where you have met the last group of recruits who have been indoctrinated into this guild. Many of them have been given roles throughout the guild, taking on tasks that they are meant to fulfill with their newly given role. You all are prospects within the guild, soon to be given roles based on your skills. On this first day here within the cult, you have been taken outside by Brother Tassar, a slightly unruly man with an odd sense of humor, who has pinned you all against one another in one-on-one combat, where you all watched as Oberon and Bastion fought one another to Bastion's victory. There, Oberon was quickly brought back to consciousness and faced against one another. Now, Avery stands in front of Hoffs. As Brother Tassar stands out, you guys currently all stand within the sort of a wall of dunes which make up the area around the Violet Knight's ziggurat. They have a fairly small ziggurat erected in the middle of a receding area of sand, backed up against the side of a mountain, where you can see a small trail leads from the ziggurat into the hills, where a cave is set into the stone wall. This compound is where the Violet Knight operates, and you all stand out front of the ziggurat near a recently dug pit, patted down by individuals' use. Hoffs, you are called forth, and so is Avery, as Brother Tassar stands chuckling in the wind, as dust is currently swirling about the area as the sun beats down overhead. It is currently quite windy, and it's almost hard to hear Brother Tassar as he stands nearly 15 feet away as he shouts to you all. Good. Next. Step up. I want to see how you two small individuals face off.
Okay.
All right then.
I'm already over there.
He points to the bag on the ground where he has brought out the weapons which were removed from you the day previous. You can grab what you need to face off against this child. He looks at you, Hoffs. Should you need anything to take down this boy?
The only thing they took from me were daggers, so
yeah.
I will just leave them there.
What about you, Avery? He looks at you.
Over there, and I will, I'll waddle over there, and I'll just pick up one of Hoff's knives, and I'll pocket it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you pick it up, he goes,
yeah, you're giving that back.
That is smart. Keep it high and ready. Oh, you're going to have a tough one. He turns back to you. No, to your sides. And as you guys line up there, you guys are only about 10-15 feet across from each other, as it's a very small pit that you stand on the edges of. Closing the distance is not obviously the issue, but as you stand ready across 10 feet, the wind coursing by around you. Go ahead and both roll for initiative as Brother Tassar shouts, "Begin!"
You guys,
I sent you a DM,
you're
Chris.
not a bitch. Math 12.
Oh, there's no.
No, it's just
Okay,
it's 2.
it's fine.
It was fine.
Alright, I will just roll a d20 and add 1 then, because I can't roll initiative with the thing.
You got click clacks, don't you?
No, I don't, because
Why?
they're all.
You want me to roll a d20 and you can just add your modifier to it?
I'm trying to click roll in the thing and it won't let me. Give me. Yeah, whenever I click roll, it takes away, the +1 that I add and then just doesn't roll the thing. Sure, Belle, if you could just roll a d20 and add 1, and whatever that result is.
14.
But then how are we gonna
14.
fight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll roll a d20 each time.
Yeah, Belle's just gonna help me.
Okay, mine worked. I rolled a d20 and it was a natural 20 in the thing. So
Nice.
lucky that was wasted. But
You know what?
It wasn't for your NPC.
so
I'm not complaining.
you're unable to roll. Is anybody else able to roll?
Let me check real quick.
D20.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
You
Are you at the
rolled.
bottom? On the bottom?
I'm at the
thing?
bottom right, and then I click the 20 and I add 1.
Oh,
and
it's
then I
because
click
you're-
roll.
There's no active combat encounter in the scene, so you can't use the initiative.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that.
no, but that's still the
but
roll.
but it still won't let me roll.
In the game, you're not on. Like, you're not in the game on my screen.
Oh yeah, you might
Okay.
need to
So you
refresh.
might need a relaunch.
So perhaps you realize.
Oh, sure. Okay, I
Yeah,
will relaunch then.
yeah.
In either case, I got a 14 for initiative.
14. Okay, what's the other one?
Thank you.
12.
12.
12. Wait, you guys can contribute 4,000 now a day?
That seems like an
Hey!
error.
You can't stop me!
Alex Vandy has liked the stream. Look at that. Thank you.
No, 4,000 total. I did 2,000 the last stream.
Also, I like-
okay, cool.
I like Snuggly Beast's comment of he's just going to give you the power.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I've got
let
an
me try.
initiative, or I've got an inspiration to use against y'all. So good luck. Anyway, luckily I'm not in this combat. It's 14 for Hops and Avery. I'm sorry, one more time.
12.
12. Okay, Hops, you're starting off. How are you
Okay.
beginning the combat?
I'm gonna cower.
Okay, you see a cowering child in front of you.
I see a cowering child and feel really bad.
Marinus.
I
Belle,
will-
thanks for gifting the sub.
Sure, I'm just gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna
I
cast
like
Mind
your,
Sliver.
sub
So
animation. I
that's
saw it.
an intelligence save from Avery.
Avery, intelligence save. Please and thank you.
DC is 13.
Oh, come on. 13!
All
There was
right.
no modifier, so me beats?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
immediately you what's the components for this spell?
Verbal. Only.
Verbal. You cast out an incantation from your lips, and an eyebrow raises immediately from Brother Tassar. Oh, a magic user. I did not know. Interesting. Secrets. But as the incantation looses, you can watch as Avery just kind of flinches it off as he sits cowering in front of you. Is that the end of your turn? You can move if you want.
How far away can I move?
So there's there's you guys stand about 15 feet. There's about like a 10 to 12 foot pit that's just kind of like dug in front of you. Otherwise you'd
And
just
we're
be
out.
running like through the sand off in the distance. But it is very, very windy, and it's kicking up around about a sandstorm around you. So visibility is actually pretty low.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna stay where I am then.
Okay, so you're gonna stay 15 feet away. I mean, like you guys are just to say it. You guys are, if you guys want to try to like run away from the pit, that's possible. Like nobody's there stopping you.
Mhm.
There's just Brother Tassar and the guy who you can assume dug the pit because he's all sandy and out of breath.
Mhm.
But you stand still after the spell fizzles, correct?
Yeah, I'll just stand there.
Okay,
Got nothing else to do.
Avery.
I'm gonna run at him.
Oh God.
And
Yeah,
once I'm there, I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
fun.
I get to roll this. Fuck, bitch.
7? Woo!
Hold on. +3. It's 10 at least. It still misses probably.
Let's go, my pitiful AC just barely lives.
You watch as Avery, down on the ground in this cowering pose, as he flinches off the spell, just starts running toward Haas, arms outstretched in front of him, and Haas just sidesteps out of the way.
I have to touch him still for the spell. It just didn't work.
Yeah, you missed. No, you make an attack roll, and you missed.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else on your turn, Avery?
No, I can't do it.
This is gonna be a really sad fight if it keeps going like this. Yeah.
As you run past, Brother Tassar speaks up. Come on, boy, pull the knife. You're going to need it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You know what? Just where is the knife in the pit?
I have it in my pocket.
She put it in her pocket.
Okay.
The weapons are there are weapons. Like the weapons are still on the side of the pit. So about 15 feet away.
All right. Sure. I'll disengage as an action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say, you can get an attack of opportunity, but you don't have a weapon drawn. So it's going to be a fist attack of opportunity. Are you going to take it?
No, he's going to disengage.
I'm going to take the disengage action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that.
Sorry. Yeah, all good. All good.
It's okay.
I'll take the disengage action, so no opportunity attack.
Yeah, no.
You layout for your cameras, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna move towards where the weapons are.
Okay.
And I had 2 daggers as part of my inventory, so I'm gonna pick up the second.
There's more daggers in there, but yeah.
There's more daggers in there, sure. I'm gonna pick up my dagger or a dagger, really. I don't care.
I mean, you find it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be 15 feet away, and
Is this too loud?
I'll hold the dagger.
I turned my mic a little bit up. Is this too loud? Am I peaking or anything?
You're fine.
No, you're good.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm louder than you all in whatchamacallit. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so you, Avery, you watch as Hoffs spins away from you as your back is turned and starts running toward the weapons as he pulls out a knife from within. You just hear Brother Tatar let out a loud, bellowing laugh.
Guiding bolt.
Alright.
Okay.
Come on, guys. 14.
14?
14?
A 14 would... Oh, and I'm holding the dagger, which presumably means I can't do anything with somatic components, right?
Well, you're holding a dagger. No,
I'm holding a dagger. Okay, I actually should just check the components on the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would really love to do that, except I wouldn't. So we're just gonna figure out if I can do this. So if I can still cast spells with somatic components, all the hand wavy stuff or whatever, then I'll cast shield.
Yeah, I mean you have nothing encumbering.
Okay. Sure.
You're gonna make me stab you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you cast shield. You watch as you turn around with the weapon ready, and in comes in a blaring beam of light, and just at the second before it comes in for impact, you're able to cast up an arcane barrier, which it clatters against, trickling down bits of light, which kind of sparkle and disappear into the sand. That is the end of your turn, Avery, or what are you doing?
I have my movement. I'm going to get 10 feet away from him.
10 feet away. So you're moving. Yeah, so you're about 25 feet away from him right now.
Move by 15.
So you're going a full 30?
Going 15.
I'm just saying you're going 30 feet away from him total, right? You were 15.
Like towards him.
Oh, Oh, so okay. I'm sorry. You're charging toward him.
You want to get to 10 feet away from me, right?
Yes, but I'm moving 15 feet, which is half my movement.
Oh,
to 25 feet.
No. I'm sorry. I thought you were moving 10 feet away from him, so I was adding 10 feet to the 15 that he is away from you. He's 15 feet away from you, and you want to get 10 feet away from him, so you just move forward 5.
Yes.
Gotcha. Sorry for the confusion.
We figured this out. Eventually.
We did it.
We did it, guys. We can do addition and subtract them. We're really so smart.
So clever. You don't even know.
All right. Is it the end of your turn, Avery?
Yeah.
All right. This is gonna be a fun fight. Okay, I'm just gonna mind sliver again. So another intelligence save, please.
A different dice. Natural 1.
Nice. Okay, so you're gonna take 1d6 psychic damage. You take 5 psychic damage.
I was really waiting for it to be a 1.
Yeah,
I just had this feeling in my soul.
And you're gonna subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw you make before the end of your next turn.
That's fine. I can stab you.
I really prefer you didn't. And I'll stay 10 feet away.
So you're not moving.
I'm not moving. I'm just gonna stand here.
Okay.
Reaching out his hand, is it verbal again?
Yeah, it's verbal.
He points the dagger in your direction before saying a number of arcane incantations, and you feel a sharp pain in your mind, Avery. What are you doing? It is your turn. He is 10 feet away from you as you both square up.
Him and try and stab him again.
Of course.
Be nice to me. There we go. 16.
16. All right, I will take it.
Fucking D4. Where are that?
This is...
That is 5 total damage. No,
okay.
4 total. I can't do math.
All right, 4 total.
Stab you away.
You wince through the pain and charge forward and dig the dagger into the hip of Hoffs as you come running up toward him. Anything else?
No.
End of your turn? Okay, Hoffs, as you just got stabbed in the hip, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not having a good time.
You were on spells.
We're gonna fall back on the wonderful tool of Mind Sliver and just do it again. Another intelligence saving throw, please.
If it ain't broke.
It's not at disadvantage because it's not in the same round, correct?
It's not at disadvantage, but you do subtract a d4 from whatever you roll. Actually, wait, no,
Because it's not in the same round, right?
Let me bring the next saving throw it makes before the... Oh, sorry, I misspoke. It's the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn. So... Here,
so yeah, it still affects you.
So it still affects you, yeah.
Roll a d4. It's not even in where I wanted it to go, and it's on a dice, and it's gone.
Alright.
It's getting better. It's the same number. 12.
Failed just barely. Alright. There's a 2. We're getting close to the 1, Chris, okay?
Gotcha.
We'll reach it eventually, I'm sure.
Gosh. I eat the 2.
Belle, real quick, we got to get to this because now you've gifted a sub and you've cheered. You've got 2. You can boon or bane someone twice.
Don't you want a kid to beat an adult up? Isn't it like a fever dream that we all want?
I will say, you can't. I will make the rule that you can't boon yourself. I should also make the rule you can't bane yourself. But if you want to bane yourself, I guess I can't really object to that. But if you want to boon yourself this once, because I didn't actually say that, I will allow it before you.
I'm not even in combat, so I'm not gonna boon myself.
That would actually be really, really ridiculous because it is 30 minutes from this point. So
yeah. So I want to boon I want to boon Kronk. Hops.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the
I will
inspiration
take it.
from my gifted, that will go to Marinus.
Gotcha.
So he has that for later on.
So
You
As
got
my
it.
reparations for one-shotting in the last session.
So is the boon like bless, or is it like a like an inspiration?
It is bless.
It's bless. Okay.
Hashtag bless.
Nice.
I should have just called it bless or bane. I don't like boon.
No, I like boon.
Yeah,
Boon and
boon
bane.
is a fun word.
Bane is also a skill system in Iron Man.
Oh well.
Is that it?
Also,
Yes.
there's weather change.
You can't weather change your campaign.
That would be so fun, though.
I know, we already made that joke, and I did that last session. That's literally why there's a dust storm right now.
I want to invoke the god. Like,
But go ahead.
I'm gonna try. to
Thank you,
stab him
baby.
again.
Okay.
God. 12.
12. Oh,
Why are you
okay,
doing
okay,
this to me?
okay. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs. So the triggering creature, which is going to be Avery, must re-roll their d20 and use the lower roll. So basically, I'm giving you disadvantage on this attack.
7.
Total? Okay. So that misses. And I can then choose a different creature I can see within range, including myself, and give that creature advantage on the next
is your
attack roll,
AC
ability
12?
check, or saving. My AC is 11.
You're
Okay.
11?
Yeah.
Oh.
Level 2 wizard.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
Level
built
two,
for
level 2 wizard with 12 decks. I'm not built to do this. Yeah. So I have advantage on my next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within the next minute.
Okay.
Yeah, and that misses.
You all watch as Avery goes in to strike again. The spell that he had first cast on Avery seems to linger, Hoffs. And as he waves his hand, he almost like pulls threads above the child, which starts to spin Avery in circles as he starts to drunkenly stumble as he strikes, turning his back entirely to Hoffs, as it is Hoff's turn.
All right. I'm really sorry, Kit, and I'm gonna try to stab the child.
Are you?
Yep. Indeed.
Probably.
So I get an attack roll with advantage and a bless. I don't think I didn't even put a thing to attack in here because I figured I was never going to attack with this. Okay, so it's a d20. D20 plus 1 for dex because daggers are finesse, right? And then
Plus dex, yeah.
okay, so I'm going to roll. How does the bless work on this when I have advantage? Is it like after the higher roll, or is it separately for each?
Just roll the d4 with it, and then the d4
Okay.
will never like change. So whichever one you end up taking, you'll end up.
Sure. Okay. Does it break it down by what number it is? Yes, it
Yeah,
says
it does.
the d20 was 11. I rolled a 1 on the d4. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay,
the
that
D4.
one's an
Okay,
18,
I
so
thought you
that's
said-
gonna hit.
18. Okay.
No.
Yes, that hits.
You stab the child. Now roll
I
damage.
stabbed the child. Yep.
What's wrong with you?
Yep.
You're a monster.
Why can't
Yeah.
why can't I
That's
help
downright
but
offensive.
smile when I say that? That's weird,
Because
right?
it's me, that's the child.
Alright, take 4 damage.
I eat that shit.
Yep.
Honestly, the best dollar I spent.
Good.
Listen, man, you got me bloody. It's brutal out here. Why is my back button working?
So you're bloody. You have a knife in your back. That's the end of Hoff's turn, right?
That is the end of my turn.
These dice are being mean to me.
What would you like to do from here, Avery?
Stab him back! Jesus! What's 19?
19. Okay, that hits.
You don't need more of anything.
Yeah. 5.
Okay.
5? Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy, you fired yet?
Yes.
Avery spins
Just
around
maybe.
on a dime and stabs Hoff. Oh wait, that was a 5 damage, right? Or 5 to hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hoffs gets a knife back into the other side of his hip, and he cringes in pain. Next.
Right.
Is that the end of your turn, Avery?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. Alright. My turn. And...
Adorable.
Oh, that
Yeah. Alright. We're gonna try to mind sliver again.
How many? What is this? What is this spell?
Intelligence
It's
saving
a
throw,
cantrip.
Cantrip?
cantrip. It's a cantrip.
Oh,
It's a
I don't got
cantrip.
any damaging cantrip from a cleric. Nah, just the number.
You don't have any damaging
It's
cantrips.
just 11. No, I don't.
What about
I mean,
Sacred
unless you have-
Flame, Toll the Dead? Some of the.
I totally forgot about them.
So that's not the cleric's
That's on
fault.
me.
That's you.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
You're the problem. No, I'm kidding.
I said roleplay spell.
I mean,
what did I tell you?
you're a kid. You probably shouldn't have attack cantrips. You know.
All right. You said what was your save?
Nice. It was not good.
It was not. Okay, it was lower than 13.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Take another 4.
Brutal out here for 12-year-olds.
I'm actually gonna be surprised if Pops wins this.
I'm gonna be surprised if I win this.
I'm gonna be.
Grab you again.
Wait,
Yeah.
Chris,
What's up?
can I make a, friendly man-to-man wager with Brother Tassar while they're
all the way at
fighting?
the end of the battle?
I mean, both are.
Well, what do you
I wasn't sure.
what do you say to him?
Sorry.
What do you say to him?
I'd be like, so we're obviously in the know about their abilities here, but I'm always one for an underdog. What do you say? Deal on whether or not the kid wins.
Are you? Just to be clear, are you voting? You think the kid will win?
No.
Oh, you're saying you're voting against.
Yeah, but I want him to think the kid's gonna win, like come up from the bottom.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
13.
Okay.
13 to hit. All right. I'm gonna shield that.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're good. That's it.
Was it?
All
Only,
right.
you only have to roll a 2 or better.
Gosh, this is just.
I need the persuasion check from before we continue on the battle real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
What does this thing do again? Let me read this.
You said it was persuasion.
Yes, please.
That is flat 15.
He turns to you with a smile.
Wait, no, I lied. I just checked it. It's a +4, so give me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not even good.
I'm just gonna comfort myself with this avocado.
Okay,
the research.
I'm sorry. I need to know what it is. Hello?
19.
It's 19.
19. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
it's okay.
He still turns to you with a smile. Maybe at the beginning of the fight I would have taken it, but this man has some tricks that I didn't predict. And he shakes his head.
Come on, stab me, bitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna mind sliver again.
Oh god. Natural 20.
Damn
Oh
it.
well. We tried.
I wish that was on a shank.
All right. Your turn. To be completely honest, if you hit this, it's over.
19!
All right. I think.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
Maybe I roll shit.
Yeah, maybe
No, 5.
5. Yeah, that's it. I'm unconscious.
I loot your pocket.
You watch as Avery leaps up and stabs deep into the gut with a yell, deep into the gut of Hoffs, taking him over in a single strike and pushing deep on the blade with an odd sense of bloodlust in this attack. They both go over, and Tassar's eyes, you watch this, Ignacio, as Tassar's eyes go like wide for a second and starts rushing over toward Avery, and he's gonna pick you up and he's gonna take you off of Hoffs.
I'll go up there with Tassar so that way he could just hand me Avery.
I growl for like 10
I told you, Tassar. I told you.
He's gonna
take a deep breath and then I kill him.
Okay.
I'll like put me down.
Okay, he looks at the other guy who's standing at his side and just like snapping his fingers and pointing down at it, and the guy picks up a med kit and starts like unwrapping it before Avery takes a breath and casts a heal upon Hoffs. Your wounds close.
Healer's kit. Sorry.
You use a healer's kit. Well, then you help the guy who also is using his healer's kit. And you guys begin patching up Hobbs's knife wounds.
God.
As they move him out of the pit, you can kind of just see like Tassar looking about like suspiciously. Okay. Now you, Ignacio, and the burning one, Fume.
You sure? Even after a fight like that, I don't know. I think I'm pretty fought out, man, Tassar. I think we're good.
I still want to see what you have. What are you talking about? Clearly the little one gives it all he's got, and not to mention this poor folk, and he just kind of motions over at Hoffs' body on the side being worked on. That man
after all that hope, after all that work,
showed me what he's got. Now it's you. What you got?
After Hoffs is fine, I'll like grab Joseph out and I'll be like, "You see that shit?"
Fume heads toward the weapon bag, where his weapon is stowed. What's up?
Sorry, I said I was gonna leave after this.
Oh yeah,
I am going to do that.
Definitely.
Thank you. I hope I feel better too, and maybe someday I'll recover from the gaping knife wound in my chest.
So
your pride.
I studied your character. I'll have you know, preparing for this fight pre-session, because that's what I thought we'd be starting off at. I don't think I would have done that fight as justice. So thank you for showing up. I think you handled that much better. Like,
You did a good fight, man.
I wouldn't have used silvery
tried.
barbs, and that was clutch. I liked that.
That's why I like the spell.
I need to look into that spell more, but yeah.
That's a very good one. Good night, guys.
Peace.
Good night.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, Huff.
That was good.
Yeah, he's had a busy week and has been sick, so he needs his rest.
Yeah,
But you guys don't, so let's continue. Tassar backs up, clears to the edge of the pit once more as Fume heads toward the pit, toward the bag where his weapon is. You watch as he stands up the weapon, but he still stands there waiting for you to approach. Ignacio.
Alright, I will grab one dagger and put it in the little holster behind my back, and I'll grab just one of my pistols.
This bitch is on me. I need to hydrate.
Hydrate, bitch.
And I'll walk into the circle.
Gross fish piss in that. Water, that is, in general.
Real quick, Would
Drink
these
water.
2 fights in a row be kind of as a short rest for Oberon and I? Like in terms of time?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh God, no. You know how quick that fight was? That was like a minute.
I know. Trying.
Yeah, you guys are both fairly beat up. Haas is literally on death's door. No, he's stabilized. He's gonna have some pretty cool scars to show for it, but Ignacio, do you approach Fume?
Yeah, I'll go up to him and I'll extend a hand and be like, fair fight and everything.
I was gonna ask how you wanted to do this. Weapons, fists. What's the?
Oh, I said I grabbed one dagger and put it behind my back in its holster and grabbed one of my pistols, but not both of them.
Okay. Then he's gonna just grab his maul and head to his side of the pit. He shakes your hand, of course. I'll try not to hurt you too bad.
Okay. Alright, so do we roll initiative now?
You watch as he begins to walk toward the other edge of the pit. Out of the sand come like large stones which start to pile onto his body in a similar fashion that he usually wears. Yes, roll for initiative. As you both approach your side, you guys, Fume nods at you, but Tassar raises a hand, and fight! I am going to use my gifted inspiration on my initiative here. That's better, but
When did you get inspiration?
Snuggly gave it to me. Thank you, Russell.
For next campaign.
What?
Against tomorrow.
Did he say use it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, he said in us against it tomorrow. Well then, okay. In that case, thank you for the note, sir. I will save it then. Then I rolled a 5 plus his dexterity of 1. So 6. What did you roll?
I got 14.
Nice. Okay.
Alright, should I go first?
Yes.
Okay, so how far apart are we?
Starting off 15 feet apart.
Okay, I would like to cast poison spray that's 10 feet. So if he wants to get close, he has to come into the poison spray.
I'm sorry. Poison.
It doesn't linger.
No.
It's just an immediate hit.
Yeah, you throw poison. It's like a short range poison that then like sprays past who it hits.
Okay, then I use my movement to go closer 5 feet and then hit him.
Gotcha. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not mistaken. I do love Foundry. I will promote Foundry because it has a bunch of cool features that are actually worth promoting, unlike Roll20. Roll20, if you can hear me, fuck you.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if you want to sponsor us, I'm not going to use your product. I'll like say good things and probably cut this whole like bad talking thing. But maybe. Yeah. So you have to move up 5 feet, but you slowly walk forward and holding your hand just above your holster, rather than pull it out, you cast forward a handful of poison. Oh wait. Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
That was okay. Oh my god, you got lucky. He rolled a natural 1.
Oof.
Yeah. Plus 6 though.
That's a 7.
For a 7, yeah, no, it's a fail. So 1d12.
Yes, sir. That's an 8.
An 8, nice. Sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8 points of damage. You watch as the acid burns on the stony surface of his face. And he turns toward you with a serious, but measured look. And he's going to run forward as a bonus action. He holds out a high upon his maul, and the hammer once again turns a searing red hot as he goes in for a strike on you.
Oh, oof. Gonna hellish rebuke that as a reaction.
That's probably a good idea. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
Meets beats. So yeah, I took a hit.
Okay. This, I'm sorry.
Good night, nurse.
As he has just come into possession of a new weapon.
Oh, yay.
But, I mean...
Does drop it work when you're controlling PCs?
What do you mean? What?
Does the drop it work when you're controlling
Stop.
PCs?
You can't do those when you're in the game.
I'm just asking.
We'll say no.
Okay.
Sorry, why am I having a trouble finding something on here? A maul is 2d6, right? Sorry.
A maul is 2d6.
2d6, yeah.
I can back up on that.
2d6
Okay.
bludgeoning.
So 3d6
Plus
damage. 2. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 6 points of fire damage.
For a total of 3.
Well, oh wait, sorry. Actually, make a Constitution saving throw first.
Okay.
Wait. Let me make sure it's Constitution. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As his hammer sorry, Jesus, I'm having a tough time talking today. As he raises his hammer high, and it glows red hot, he brings it down atop you, and you can feel the heat leak from the hammer onto you.
Constitution is 15.
Constitution saving throw of 15.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I believe you succeed.
Okay, perfect. Still hurts though.
Sorry, I don't have that here, and I'm not sure where it says it on Foundry. Good one. Oh, DC 20. Yeah, yes, you succeed.
So what does that do? I take the 7.
You took the 7, correct?
Yeah.
On a success, the spell ends. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So no, you take the 6 points of fire damage. Next turn, you have to make that Constitution saving throw. My bad.
to 7 minus the 6
Yes.
because I halved it.
Yes. So. No. You didn't half anything. Like the Constitution saving throw was an accident. You are on fire, and at the start of the next turn, you will have to make that save. We can use that 15. I don't mind, but just saying, like it's not now. It's at the start of your next turn. You do take the 6 points of fire damage. So.
Okay. I'm ready.
In total, that should be 13. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That is the end of his turn.
I hellish rebuke him though when he hits me.
Nice. Okay. You use your reaction then, and
Yes.
you return damage. How much damage does it return? Hellish rebuke?
It's you have to make a dexterity saving throw, and if you don't pass 11, then it's 2d10 for fire damage.
Oh.
On a failed save. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Well, you can go ahead and roll damage because it's going to be half no matter what. And I'll roll the, what is it? Con save? Dex save. Much worse. 10, I believe. Yes.
Oh, you didn't pass? You didn't pass?
The dexterity save is a 10. Yeah, he rolled a 10. That's a fail.
That's 2d10, and I got 10 on both rolls. So that's 20.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Fire damage, so he's resistant.
Yeah.
So it's 10 damage.
Okay, that's fine. Well, 10 damage still.
Yes, that is still good, and it does scorch him quite a bit. However, he holds confident through the flame. That would have actually taken him out if he wasn't fire resistant, though.
Can I take a bonus action?
No.
Do I have to do
it's your turn now, as that was your reaction.
Okay. In that case, I am going to expeditious retreat. Wait, hold on. I have to check though. 1 second. Yeah, I can take the dash action. Does that mean I take opportunity attack because he's like right up on me?
Sorry, you're using yeah, you'd have to disengage to avoid that.
All right. In that case, I think my best bet. God, I don't. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. That is going to be a disadvantage.
Is that so?
Yes, it's a ranged spell attack, and you are within 5 feet.
Okay. Well, I'll take that. That's fine. Let me see. Where's another d12? Nope. Okay. Fuck.
Oh god, Nameless Warden has contributed 2,002. The catastrophe.
I don't hit him. That's a 2.
A 2? Okay.
Yeah.
You pull out your gun and you go to strike up at him, and he slams down on it, ready for it, watching diligently for that weapon to be drawn, knowing your move, and knowing how damaging that can be. He quickly, however, diverts the direction down toward the ground, where you blast the dirt high into the air. Anything else?
Was no, not really.
Okay.
Can't do anything without getting one-shotted.
Well.
Oh wait, I have one thing to say.
You're gonna say it? Yeah, go ahead. Bria?
Yeah, can I tell Fume, hey, whoa, you're gonna kill me? Tell him to stop like I give.
Go ahead. Are you actually surrendering?
Yes. I would like not to die. I'd like to put my hand up to
how
Fume.
bloodied are you? Like how?
Oh, very.
Oh, did you change it on your character sheet?
Yes.
You did that backwards. I want you to know, because right now you have 15 hit points out of 2.
Oh,
so
I don't know.
yeah, no, it's okay. I was just like wondering why your thing was looking weird.
Okay.
Because it like it like shut. Never mind. It doesn't matter. But yeah, okay. Looking you up and down, make a persuasion check as you do that.
Okay. Okay, that's bad. It's a 30-20.
Okay. Fume goes again as you're low and raises his hammer high. It begins to once again sear a burning red, and as you call out to him, takes a deep breath and brings the butt of the weapon down into the dirt. The weapon cooling and him resting his arm on top of it. He reaches down to help you up and turns towards Tassar. Think we're good here? What do you do?
I'd like to get up and, dust myself off and be like, man, I almost bit the bullet on that one.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry, I just need to check something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Tassar walks up. What are you doing? Come on! This fight's not over. Fume speaks up. He's admitted defeat. I've won. It's as over as you need. I don't think. Come on! You're supposed to show how tough you are. What's going on over here? You hear a voice off in the distance. As Tassar kind of turns around, and the man on the cultist on the edge of the pit also turns around hurriedly. As you can see, he kind of straightens up instantly as he hears this voice, and coming out of the like distance, almost materializing through the sand that is kicked about in the wind right now. You see a shrouded and hooded tiefling woman. She wears a purple gown. An actual gown, I mean. She also wears a purple cloak atop that, with the hood up, pulled tight, and a scarf wrapped around, kind of to block the sand that is kind of whirling around the area. She looks about. You can see a pair of light purple horns which curl out from underneath the hood as she looks about. What is going on over here? Tassar, I should have known. And these are the new recruits. And why is that one unconscious? They were doing some work for me, and we just got done. He turns over to you, Ignacio and Fume. Right? We just got done. Yes, I was just going to send them on their way to do their tour of the compound, and then their introduction to chores.
Oh yeah, but first, he promised us a drink.
Yes. Of course. Let's go take a load off before we start your tour. You! Go on, you were supposed to be giving them a tour. Go! He barks at the man on the side, and he kind of like hurriedly rushes and motions for you all. This way. As he motions for you to follow.
Can I shoot the tiefling woman a smile?
Of course.
Okay.
You do so. But, however, as he himself leads first into the main entrance of the ziggurat, the one you originally entered through, he motions for you all to follow. I assume you do so, even though I get resounding silence.
Yes, I was
Yes.
waiting for you to talking.
Sorry, 1 second. Spilt.
I'd like to cast prestidigitation on myself so I don't look like such like a beaten mess.
Okay, you can do so.
My eyes dart to you and I say nothing.
Okay.
As you guys head in, he takes you down below the level to where the dining hall and the kitchen are. There he kind of like rushes into the back room to where the kitchen is, and you can hear some like muttered conversation. Then he comes back out. You're welcome to help yourself to some food, if you want. And I'll be right back. I'll get you all something to drink. And he heads off.
Before he runs off, I would like to ask him, who was that lady? Don't mind me asking.
Good question. I'd like to know too.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. I don't know, where is my page? Seriously, though.
I need to know.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. That was Sister Kira, the head of the keepers. She's intimidating. We'll leave it at that.
To say the least. Wow.
Okay, then.
Well, should any of you be indoctrinated into the Keeper's order, you'll, I'm sure, get to know her yourselves. I'll be right back. And you watch as she rushes, or I'm sorry, he rushes up and around the corner. He returns a few moments later with six ales, each in their own flagons, and he heads over to each of you. They, of course, have a little extra something in them, and he gives you a not so subtle wink, and a smile.
I pass mine over back to him and I say, I can't process this.
Oh, of course. Do you need food? Anyway, you guys can take a rest here, and then I'm to show you the grounds. From there, I'm to introduce you to our duties. As recruits, you'll often attend the helpers. There'll be a few days where maybe you will be approached and seen other parts of the compound, but that's only if you prove, well, You're one of us, you can be trusted, and you are of use, of course. But rest here, and then we'll take you on a walk. And you guys can take a short rest here, heal up as much as you need, eat as well as conversate if you need. But this young cultist shows you around the area for a short time, taking you to the bottom levels where you guys have seen. If you want to go to the Discord, you can see in there, there is the maps. You're basically shown everything. He does tell you, and you do see, 2 enforcers are always on guard on the main level at the locked storage. It is an open entrance, you can see, but there are always 2 enforcers out front, and their shifts, they are relieved, and there is a locked door within. However, it's under heavy watch, to say the least. As the individual shows you around, he shows you each of the individual rooms where each of the heads of house essentially live. Brother Tassar's room is inside the enforcer's barracks. Sister Kira's room is, in the top hallway, next to Brother Kaldin, who you've been told is the foreman of the mines. You are also shown at the end of the hallway there is a locked door. You're not shown into the laboratory, but you're told Brother Emus has a room down there, as well as runs the operation, and most of the only alchemists are allowed down there. Nobody else, because that's where the drug is actually made. It's a delicate process, and no one who doesn't know better is allowed down there, basically. So there is a locked iron door heading, barring your passage at the end of the hallway, next to Brother Kaldin's room. That hallway is barred. The stairway across from it, though, leads down to where you guys are stationed. You'll see in the recruits room, just at the end of the commons in the training hall. And the alchemists each have rooms along there. The keeper's chambers is also sealed off. That long hallway, only keepers can go down. And it's very, very mysterious. As this brother shows you around the area, he takes you to the commons and training hall, where there are a few other cultists currently lounging about, as they're currently on, there's a couple on lunch who are smoking, drinking, and just generally relaxing. As you're shown around, none of them seem to hang around this corridor. It's very, as the brother would say, creepy to many of them, as the keepers generally are. He does go on to speak about the keepers. Their general duty, as well as the other roles, but the keepers do stick out, as he does tend to whisper under his breath as he talks about them. He mentions their job is to not only tend the lady, but also tend to us. They're her eyes and her ears. They are her most loyal. And you do see, as you do pass a keeper in the commons area as you pass, the brother that you follow around just kind of tighten up and then breathe easy as she passes. As you are shown the premises, eventually they lead you out back. Sorry, I had to do a quick transition here, and all the cams are off. Well, that just won't do. Oh boy, all the cams are still off. Well, that'll just have to do. Actually, will it? 1 second. Beep 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 beep.
Have people checked out your Discord?
Yes.
That we're all
Everybody
hanging
has.
out in?
Everybody has. God, idiot. So dumb.
Just for that. Get drunk on.
What?
Get
They
drunk on.
dehydrate.
Oh God, of course.
But we have met 2 of our 3 goals for our gold pieces.
Oh boy.
For if anyone is wanting to contribute further, the next one is catastrophe that could possibly wipe us.
Let's collapse the ziggurat. The foundation, shoddy. No one took care of it after the fact. It's great. Just destroy it.
I didn't say where the catastrophe would happen.
End the operation!
What if it just happens specifically in, I don't know, Oberon's hometown? Just kidding. I'm kind of just kidding. That's a valid point I'm raising. I was just using a mean example.
Yeah, that'd be pretty mean.
Chimes in.
Oh, I've been here the whole
Maybe
time.
not.
No, it's just it's funny the first thing. It's very quiet. Please don't kill my family. Is this thing on?
You're showing
Like water,
James,
Chris.
Anyway, you all are also shown out back.
Good shot.
Let us take you to the compound farm. There you're shown, here is the most activity throughout the day. As around noon the winds die down and the sun is out, many of the helpers, a select group of the cultists, are out back currently. There are a number of keepers who line the side of the compound farms, as each of these boxes here along the side house a number of beehives, which the keepers seem to tend to solely. As you are shown out the back, the scene does greet you, reaching back toward the mountains. If you guys want to place your tokens, do so here, please. Oh, is vision off for you?
Yeah, vision's off.
Dark.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. Can't see nothing. Oh, wow.
Is that a weed?
There are a number of farms. Place yourselves down here, please. As you head out the ziggurat this end. You can see each along this side a number of boxes, each house bees, and the purple robes of the keepers currently tending to them seem to be entirely undisturbed by the swarms of insects which kind of circulate around them. You can see
At every one of these boxes.
what's that?
Is there a keeper at every hive box?
No. There are in total about 4 keepers out. You can see maybe like a 5th rotates in from the ziggurat every so often, but mostly there's just about like 4 out tending them. They just seem to be working on 1 or 2 at a time, not all of them. But there are a number of cultists. Here, I'm sorry, I can actually be putting out tokens. I don't know I'm not.
Yeah, Chris. The hell?
Oh, that's why I'm not. Because I forgot I deleted them. Whoops. I'll just quickly import them again. I had to delete them because I was like, is this why the thing runs slow for some people? But no, it didn't seem to affect anything. There we go. Okay, perfect. The masks aren't necessary. I don't know why it completely changes the token image from what I had set, but apparently they are all wearing masquerade masks.
Nice.
It's fine for placement.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't care. But there are a number of cultists out here. Here, you know what? I like this better. I'll just change the stat blocks coming up. But there are a total of 6 cultists currently outside, tending the fields, with a number of keepers as well, tending the bees. Here, you can also see another... somebody make a perception check, I suppose. Well, no. Yeah, you can see a number of figures actually off into the distance under the trees here. Working in the trees. Not in the trees. I mean, picking things from the trees. But there are like ladders, a few small stepping ladders. And two individuals are picking things from the trees as well, making a total of 8 cultists outside. There is movement you can see within the darkness of the cave, but however, with the brightness outside, and your eyes not adjusted to see in there, you can just kind of see like the occasional like flicker of light and whatnot. You're a horrible catch. Like the absolute worst. I'm sorry.
I closed my eyes.
What you eating?
Food my love made for me.
So it's noodles and what?
Egg and I think cheese? I don't know. I was right. But you guys are all shown out. Meeting you there as well. Sorry, one second. Meeting you out front as your tour comes to an end. Stands a man. Human. Bald-headed, dark skin. His hood currently up. However, robe open, you can see a number of fine clothes adorn his skin underneath. Not really standard to the area necessarily. There are a number of tunics as well as various garments upon him, which seem to be from outside the country. And he seems to deliberately show off his adornment as he stands proudly in front of you all, arms crossed. He greets you all. Hello, I'm Galden. It is nice to meet you all. I run the farms, I'm sorry, I run the mines, and I was told to show you to your chores today. I'm responsible for many of the helpers around here. We do have tasks that we need to get done. Well, Our Lady does have gifts that she loves to bestow upon the people, we do need to make money to stay afloat. And we do so, well, through this. And of course the mines. But you play your cards right, you'll be staying out of the mines. We grow a number of crops here. Saffron, most of all, and he points toward the back, is our prized possession. The violet hue of its flowers is where we, of course, draw our inspiration. And the scent is where, of course, Vyraaka gets its smell. We use, of course, hints of cinnamon as well as myrrh at the back, bits of terebinth, trickled throughout, all valuable crops that we can sell elsewhere in abundance that we don't use. In the mines, we have a number of workers who manage to scrounge up valuable ore which we can use to make a profit as well. And then, of course, there's the Vyraaka sales. I am responsible for all these connections. You could say, run this place. I play a major role in deciding where you all end up. I hear you're tough. You as well. He points to, of course, Bastion, and Oberon. But that could mean two things. You'd make a great enforcer, protector of our lady and our grounds. Or I could make great use of you in the mines. It just depends how loyal you are. If I trust you, I put you to work as an enforcer. If I don't trust you, and he glares at you all very seriously, I put you to work in the mines. It's that or death. But don't worry, I trust you all. Now, tell me, where do you see yourself?
I believe Enforcer would be the best point.
You're a machine. I could use you in my mines. I maybe could treat you well.
I'm a machine meant for protecting and for fighting. I have my own uses. I think it would be best to put those to use for you. Why limit y'all's capacity?
Okay. Well, we'll see if that just pans out the way you want. What about you, boy? What good do we have for a weak child like you?
I could see myself helping down with more arcane components.
Arcane? What, you some sort of magician?
Sort of.
I heard, this one's the magician, and he points past you to, Hoffs, who nods. Yeah, I heard there's a role as a, alchemist I might have some interest in. Otherwise, I'm plenty loyal. Yes, are you, some sort of magician like him?
Different kind of magician than me.
What do you mean?
Like, I couldn't see myself casting the same kind of magic he does. I'm better off healing others.
Hmm. I suppose we could use that, but well, if you have any wits about you, in this sense, you will most likely be grouped among the alchemists. But I'll keep an eye on you. Maybe we have other needs. What about you, big man? Do you wish to work in my mines?
I want to eat up all that honey.
Ah, right. Well,
Please.
You don't really take me as a keeper. That, of course, is not the role. We use this honey in the making of Vyraaka, in, of course, the food as well around here. But what besides a devourer of our food, what use do you have? Why should I feed you?
You can give me the Vyraaka, and I can spread it across the countryside through the use of my circus.
Oh, a circus. And where does your circus travel? You're not from here.
We're currently residing in Egressa, but we have plans to travel on. They're waiting for me to come back with more Vyraaka.
Okay. Well, then it looks like we have opportunity for a runner in the making. We'll see if you can be trusted. There is a great deal of trust I need in you. But I have associates that do the same, we'll say.
Are there vials around?
You have been, you were given one, I think, before the fight, if I'm not mistaken. If you didn't take it, you could have it on. You're frequently supplied them. I will say, like, at lunch, the keepers do hand out one when you finish your chores. So I don't know if you're taking them all the time, if you're doing sleight of hands. But
no, I just want to, cheers to our new jobs. And then just down one.
Well, I don't remember. You've always downed them, so I don't think you do have any on you.
Yeah, I don't think I do, but I mean, if
I'll
they're
give
that
him one.
handy.
But yes, I'm just saying, like, if you make mention of it, they might be quick to hand one out. But yeah, you don't have one on you necessarily at the moment. However, he does now turn to Ignacio. And you, I heard you have a special mark on you. And I kept on you by the Watchers. I hope you're prepared for what that entails, he says with a smile.
I'll return the smile and be like, take your best shot.
Well, let's just say you better be devoted. Now, come, let me show you what you will be doing. He, for the rest of this afternoon, spends the day leading you through the farms, shadowing over a number of different cultists who are working currently. He shows you the process of the helpers. The helpers seem to be the individuals who are working this region currently, the compound itself. You do know that, sorry, I'm trying to remember his name. Mohad, the dwarf man, who's the chef's assistant that you guys had met yesterday, he is considered a helper, as he works in the kitchen. It is also the role just given to those who help out in general around the compound, doing general chores and care. You can see helpers generally. You're actually told this. Helpers are the ones who are tasked with keeping the ziggurat clean, which you guys do know the ziggurat is fairly well kept. The floors are regularly swept and mopped and just taken care of, and it is the helper's job to do this. This individual, Kaldon, is rather derogatory toward them in a way, almost as if they are but that the help. A large part of the day is spent outside and in the field, as he does show you the process of picking many of the crops. There are quite a few spud crops which are harvested for food. That is emphasized to be the most crucial of crop, as of course food is important where you guys are currently located, and as the day continues on, he leads you through all the different scented crops that there are to pick. The trees in the back, he explains to you, is where the terebinth comes from, as well as the plants of myrrh, all scented very strongly. This entire process, many of the workers do actually have their faces covered, as there's just a myriad of different scents which kind of waft through the air around you all. But he shows you the process of harvesting cinnamon from the large stalks which grow toward the front, as well as the delicate process of harvesting saffron. But you guys spend a few hours outside doing this before he leads you back inside the ziggurat, after a very brief introduction to the mine. After he leads you through the harvesting processes, he leads you to the back of the compound, where, standing outside, he shows you the entrance to the mine. He explains simply, "If you have no other use and we find you of most use in the mine, you will live in the mine. You will work in the mine and you will eat in the mine. It is not ideal, but it is crucial for us staying afloat and those lending a hand within have just as strong a purpose as each of these folk lending a hand out here. We all have roles to play. We will find yours." And then he heads you guys back toward the ziggurat. There are a number of keepers waiting, once more with violet pillows with a number of vials set on them, which he hands out, and toasting to you all, he also downs a vial of Vyraaka as they're all handed out to you. You aren't... He doesn't watch you once you're handed them. He just kind of takes his as he hands them out to you, and then heads in. What are you all doing with your vials of Vyraaka?
Are the keepers watching us? Still looking in our direction?
It is hard to say, but they're generally pretty still individuals, and masked.
I'll be downing mine.
Body language wise, are they facing us? Is the
they are facing you, yes. I mean, you could turn away or do whatever attempts. But you down yours, of course. Go ahead and make that Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna down mine as well.
Okay.
Hey, 23. Let's go.
Okay. You don't really feel its effects at all. What'd you get?
17.
17. You don't really feel its effects at all.
Ignacio got 15.
8.
It does give you like a tingle through your body, like you all do. Even one vial of Vyraaka does make you feel something. It's just like you still keep your wits about you, I should say. You still feel all tingly and full of energy.
Am I a little faded, or do I have my wits about me?
What did you?
15.
15. Yeah, you don't really feel its effects.
I'm silly.
Yeah, no, you still have your wits about you. Who else? I got Hoffs, that's it. Okay. Yeah, you all, Hoffs, you actually see, none of you see that. Never mind. But you, all follow him into the ziggurat? Head around and in?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He leads you in, and then to the lower level, away from Lady Delora's area. You guys head throughout the kitchen, the hallways past each of the higher-ups rooms, and you head to where the hallway splits on the lower level. There, he turns toward the alchemist's workstation. There he takes out a large key and fumbles with the door before turning it and opening with a heave. Now, I'm going to ask each of you to keep your hands to yourself. Stay in a single file line and stay close. Emis does not like when we mess with anything. You all head down.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Heading down a tall flight of stairs, you head into a large chamber underneath. This is as you head down the set of stairs, the ceiling rises above you. Gets down about 5-10 feet up, 15-20 feet up. Just past that, maybe 25 in parts, it is a large vaulted ceilings with smooth walls on all sides, cut of stone. And as you guys head down the stairs, you can see a number of pale-faced individuals look up at you, and a number of them kind of like lower masks or lift goggles to get a view, all fogged up from various experiments that they are currently working on the tables lining the sides of this chamber. Sorry, real quick. I have a place for this. I forgot. Let's go to the Violet Night Ziggurat, everybody.
Going on a trip, and a Vyraaka trip.
Can you roll the saffron purple?
It's got like a violet hue.
Okay. I just saw Meredith's Twitch chat.
Oh, the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finger do.
Will my finger do?
But you guys head down the stairs into a narrow hallway that opens up into a room lined with workstations, a number of robed cultists working at them, before the room itself opens up into a larger warehouse almost. Three large... Sorry, what's up?
Vision. We can't see the floor.
Oh, again. God damn it. I've already don't drag tokens if you guys were.
No.
Okay, good. There you go. You already. Perfect. I think you guys should see.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do it like this though.
Okay, so these two go to here.
There you go. Did that do it? Or wait. Did that do it? There you go.
Yeah.
Now you should have vision, like your token. Okay. But as you guys are led into this room, you guys can see as a number of cultists who, two, in fact, are working on stations on either side of this room. They kind of look up and watch silent as you guys enter, and as you file in to the larger chamber itself, you can see 3 large vats which reach about 10 feet across, reach deep into the room with a number of scaffolding and ladders, erected around each vat. Each vat itself rises up about 15 feet, and you can see a number of cultists currently working, stirring and mixing things into the various vats. A number of workstation lining the back wall here, as well as crates and various supplies, which are sectioned, organized, and stashed in various crates off to the side. As you guys are lined there, Brother Caldon comes down and stands at the door in front of you, and after knocking twice, you hear a voice from within cry, "Come in!" as he opens the door and lets you all file into the room ahead. Inside, you can see a fairly cluttered room, a number of implements and devices lining the back wall with a chalkboard which stretches up pretty much almost just off the ground all the way to the ceiling. A ladder is perched in front. You can see a number of wheels are affixed to the bottom. And behind a small desk, you can see a furry head pop its head up from the other side. Rather short, this individual's maybe just about 5 feet tall, or seems to be as he stands tall with his neck extended. A furry, stout nose with a set of whiskers and kind of like sunken eyes. An elderly Mirkin or Sirkin, rather older in age, dressed in finer attire, a vest, rather patchworked now in a number of places. As you can see, char burns and various spills across different parts, but he as his head pops around, you can see a number of a pair of hands lift up goggles off of his face as he looks to you all. Oh, right. I forgot we had this meeting planned. You must be the new recruits. Caldon, thank you. And he scurries from around the other side of the table. This meerkat individual kind of wipes off some sort of substance that he has on his hands as he rounds the table, and extends it out to first you, Oberon, as he goes to shake your hand. It's nice to meet you. I'm Emus, or Brother Emus, you can call me. I am the head alchemist here in the Violet Knight. I am the mastermind behind Vyraaka, of course. It's a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. I heard I've got a wizard amongst the lot of you. He kind of looks with a questioning eye at the child who meets him at like face height. Yeah.
I'll like put a finger towards me, and then I'll also point at Hoffs, and then back at me, and then back at Hoffs, and back and forth.
You're both wizards. Well, I am looking for any number of new recruits to help me within the lab, of course. Maybe we can get another vat up and running. Increase production. You would like that, Kaldon, wouldn't you? I would like that greatly. Well, if any of you else have a propensity for, just critical thinking in general, I could always use the help. Otherwise, it's a pleasure to meet you. I didn't catch anybody's name.
I'm B45.
I'm Oberon, as I shake his hand, obviously, as he was extending it towards me.
Fume. Hi, I'm Hoffs. I believe I'd like to study under you as a one of your alchemists, if given the chance. I'm a quick learner.
Ignacio, nice to meet you, Emus.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet any of you, all of you. Don't be a stranger should you see me around. Well, it's not likely you'd see me around. I don't come out of these areas much, but I would like to have a sit down with both of you, if you think you're up to the scruff at some point. But I do believe Kaldon will have some chores for you coming up in the next day. This was just to get a meet for all of you, and to show you the operation. Here we manufacture, and he starts to head out of his room, leading for you all to follow into the large warehouse on the outside. Here we mix the large quantities of Vyraaka. We just recently were able to up our production to 3 vats, and our bottling production could use some work, but it is, of course, a very delicate, please don't touch anything. It is, of course, a very delicate process here within the lab, so any stray reaction or additive could cause issues. And to be honest, I do manufacture a drug, but I don't want to hurt anybody. Vyraaka is supposed to be a gift to a hard-working population. I've lived a long life here in the Red Empire, and a lot of people go overlooked, and they just live day to day. It's not a glorious life, but I think even those people need something, and I may have lost my way somewhere, but if we're not careful and don't do our job right, what we make could be harmful, and that's not what I'm in the business of. So, if you're careful and smart, I would like your help down here. If you don't think you're up to the scruff, avoid my lab. But it was a pleasure meeting all you, and, well, before anything goes awry, and he starts heading you out.
Hold on.
Yes?
What's the secret to the sauce, Doc?
Well, if I just gave that away to anybody who just wandered into my lab, then, well, I just wouldn't be the smartest individual here, would I? And I pride myself on just that. So, maybe if you can prove yourself to be trusted, then, I'll share my secrets. But I don't know you like that.
I'll raise my hands up and be like, understandable.
Well, if there's no more questions, he looks toward the group.
None that seems to be coming
I'll just leave it him when we're leaving.
Okay. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said there are no questions.
No, what did Avery say?
Just whenever we're leaving, I'll like look over my shoulder and like wave. Like goodbye.
Okay. You guys are led out, and Caldon waits for you outside. At the top of the stairs, he turns to you all. Well, that is all I have for you today. Tomorrow you will start chores. It will be hard work. But for today, take the day. Take a look around the compound. Become accustomed. Don't get yourself into any trouble. There is no reason whatsoever that you should enter anybody's chambers. If you are found in any higher-ups' chambers, or, God forbid, Delora's chambers, you will be killed. Know that.
What if we are invited in?
Oh, of course, I'm saying, without their knowing.
Okay.
This is a test of trust. If we cannot trust you, we have no need for you. Not even in the mines. Anyway, enjoy your stay. And he like takes a step back and just slides into his room.
Alright.
So now we're free to do what we want to?
That's what he said. It is that you have been shown around for a few hours, so it is afternoon. It is sometime afternoon. I'll say that much. But it is not evening just yet. The sun is still out. However, it's setting.
If that's the case, I would like to break away from the group. And I would like to go to the sister's room. The head sister. Kira.
Okay. Sister Kira's room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And knock on the door.
Let me move you guys. Where's everybody else going? As he does this.
Outside, just spend some time meditating.
Okay.
I'll accompany over into the same.
You head outside to the first level. Avery with him. Oberon. You, of course, where you guys are left. By Brother Caldon. You just kind of walk past his room and go to Sister Kira's room. Fume is gonna go to the commons area. Ignacio, where are you going?
I I would like to ask where Bastion's going.
Going to go talk to the head sister of the keepers.
Do you want me to tag along, or is this
Doesn't matter.
solo mission?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go with you then.
You both go approach Sister Kira's door. Knock. A moment passes. Another moment. Before the door opens. You see Sister Kira there in just her purple gown. As she greets you with a curious look. A tiefling woman, beautiful long black hair, straight, it runs just past her shoulders. She greets you with a curious look. Can I help you? Is there something you needed?
First I would like to do like a small bow, because tiefling, and
Right.
knowing they're standing in this culture.
I will also bow, following his lead.
And then I would like to go, earlier today, whenever we were out in the pit, you asked what we were doing. And I figured it was just right of me to say that he had us engage in blood sports, possibly for his own entertainment. But figured you might want to know that new recruits could have died today. That's the first thing. Second thing is, do you mind if I have permission to observe the keepers in their taking of the bees? Despite the mechanical nature of me, I am very interested in nature, specifically of wildlife.
She looks you up and down for a moment before she says anything, thinking over what you said. I expected as much, with Tassar, of course. I'm not surprised in the slightest. We each, of course, have our own ways of judging new recruits. Some are more barbaric than others. I can see what you are saying about your inorganic nature being useful with harvesting the honey. You're welcome to observe, and you could maybe be a candidate for a keeper, but I've heard already incredible things about your martial prowess. Do you wish to be a keeper?
Not so much a keeper, but my hobbies are taking care of animals. And seeing that y'all have some here that could use tending, and I don't get tired often, I figured I could help in both ways. Martial prowess for the enforcers, and then also helping you with the bees and taking care of any other livestock or anything you have. Call me a multifaceted.
I will consider it, but maybe your uses could be helpful as a helper. But we will have to see over time. We have a tendency to make the right decision when it comes to it all, and I trust in the process. But I will let you observe for some time. And of course, if you would like to go observe in your free time while they're tending, I cannot stop you. But for now, I must get back to my duties. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You, Ignacio, was it?
Yes, ma'am. I am he.
What use do you have to us here on the compound?
Devotion. My time. Upon meeting Lady Delora, I am sure you understand the feeling of overwhelming desire to be at her side and at her disposal. So that is what I am offering. Dedication.
Make a deception check.
While they're talking, can I hear just past Kira and see into her room slightly? Or is she completely blocking the doorway?
She's somewhat blocking the doorway, but it's not her main attention. You might be able to go ahead and make a perception check.
Because I am 6'6".
Yeah.
He's a tall boy. Hey, so that deception check, you want it now? You ready?
Yes.
25.
Okay.
And 14 for perception.
Nice.
You can see into her room as she's kind of eyeing down Ignacio. She does kind of get distracted and lets the door slip a little too much. But all you can really peer within is a very lavishly decorated room. Lots of velvet, red tapestries adorn the walls, as well as make up a number of pieces of furniture. You can see a rack lined with a number of fancy gowns, and a desk with a number of papers on it, some vials, but you can't really see the full desk. You can just see a whole bunch of adornments within. The woman pauses, however, the tiefling. Well, I can assure you, your devotion is noted. Our Lady definitely has a way and presence to her that inspires many to our cause. And many of those most inspired come my way. I guide them down the path of being a keeper, and they find enlightenment in my teachings. You too can be one of them.
I'd be most honored, Sister Kira, if you would have me. And of course, if my dedication extends to Lady Delora, it also extends to you.
Well,
and I'll take my hat off and do the bow.
Well, we will see then, won't we? If your actions match your words. Go now. I must work.
Yes, ma'am.
I bow slightly and then I proceed off to the farm.
Okay, you do so. Anybody else doing anything? Speak up now. I'm gonna go get a drink, so tell me while I'm gone, because I have a headset. What you doing?
Yo.
Somebody. One of you. Hello?
Somebody gonna get hurt. I am gonna hang out in the comments.
Going outside to go meditate.
Oh, Ron's
We're going to
meditating.
meditate.
Are you doing anything else while you're there?
I'd like to hit Fume and be like, dude, you almost had me by the farm. That's crazy.
Observe the beekeepers and such as we're kind of out in the farming area.
Are the bees everywhere, or are they just near the hives?
I would assume everywhere, because they're probably using it for pollination for the other plants, because it's a lot of flowering plants like saffron.
Precisely.
So they had their own internal source of extreme pollination as well as honey production.
You do also see, while you are out there, throughout the farm, there is an irrigation system as well. Some stone pipings which come from beneath the sand and run through the various crop fields. Similar to the irrigation system you kind of saw within some of the farms within Aggressa, yes. You actually do hear Fume talking at one point about the similarities. His farm, you do hear mention of his farm, does not use said irrigation system so commonly, but they're pretty commonplace within the Red Empire. Dwarven architects and whatnot. Sorry. But as you watch the beekeepers, they do tend the hives. They are rather stoic and motionless as they do so, making very measured and precise movements toward everything they do. You can just see as they reach in toward these boxes and pull out these thin slivers of honeycombs. You can see one of the keepers does remove one section of honeycomb before returning it to the box, and while another keeper comes around and gathers up various slivers and heads into the building with them, the ziggurat itself. You see very little to no exposed flesh on the keepers. You see no exposed flesh on the keepers. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, actually. Somebody who is watching the keepers, which, you do meditate, of course, Oberon, for as much time as you wish. And then if you're going to watch the keepers, you can make a perception check as well.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
21 perception.
Okay. As you are watching Oberon, you don't really ever see any exposed flesh on the keepers whatsoever, as they do wear those really thick, kind of droopy purple robes, and then wrapped up pretty tightly. Normally, they do also usually have a black mask, which you have seen Sister Tamara remove her black mask when she came into the room. As you're watching them, however, you do view the mask in the setting sun as it hits the keeper dead on underneath the hood, kind of illuminating the mask, and underneath you don't as you're watching the keepers work and one of them remove one of the slivers of hide, you do just watch intently as one of the bees land on the black mask and just kind of disappear beneath the surface of the mask, and the keeper gives no notion or attention toward it whatsoever.
So they're working like mindless drones, essentially.
I wonder if the keepers are bees. Bees that keep themselves. What an interesting thought.
Is anybody doing anything else? Ignacio, did you say something?
No, I'm just watching idly.
Okay. You all do watch, the farms in full work. It is a hot day out. There are a number of individuals tending the farms as well. We'll go to, since everybody is there, we will go here. Where
There's no notion to us not being able to enter the mines, correct?
nothing was said to you. But you guys stand around the farms currently. There are a number of enforcers you do know who walk the dunes along the outside, as it is their job, one of their duties. They do then walk the up and down these fields, up the roads, and watch the workers. And you do see Brother Tassar regularly make his rounds around the premises, as well as Sister Kira every so often appears, just kind of taking note of the area around before disappearing back into the ziggurat. You also see Kaldon at one point. You watch him scold one of the cultists working in the field, who something about ruining the leaves on this or that, but you kind of watch him scold one of the workers for a time being before also disappearing in. But anybody doing anything?
Is there any farm animals or wildlife other than the bees?
There does
pointed out.
There does seem to be in the far back, under the shade of a large, so the backmost wall of this kind of duned-in area is jagged rocks, kind of like the mountain. It's the end of the mountain range which you had traveled along your last 2 days of travel, and tucked into the corner along there is a small pen where you can see a number of helpers tending to chickens, but it seems to be the only form of livestock that there is out here. A singular coop with a pen of chickens.
Okay. I just like seeing Oberon's token start removing randomly.
It's actually in the back left corner where Oberon kind of is heading toward now. That's where the chickens are. Behind the trees. The back row here, it has trees, which is where the terebinth is harvested from, and myrrh bushes, which line the back of the plot along the mountainside.
So the entire thing that we can see here now is Vyraaka production of plants.
Pretty much. There is, not all Vyraaka related. Some are spuds, specifically. There's
the majority.
But the entire farm smells just like a myriad of different smells. It's almost nauseating if you haven't been sitting in it the entire day. It's overwhelming. It's really sweet.
Find a nice shady spot to post up.
Okay. There's not many except for the trees at the back. But as one of the cultists are working, picking terebinth from the trees, you can post up under that or under the rocks. You said something about the cave, somebody?
I did.
What do you want to do?
To go down slightly and just basically poke my head in and see the conditions and such.
Okay.
And if I see the brother ask what type of ores are found here, and if they do processing for funding.
Okay. As you enter the mine, there is a very short path in it, not even 5 feet, just about, before it branches off in 2 directions. One's just a small divot that heads inward, where you can see a number of boxes are piled, a singular table with a number of chairs around it, and a pair of enforcers who are currently playing cards. As you enter and come into sight of the enforcers, they kind of both look up. Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, new recruit. I was told that I could explore the premises.
The mines.
This was fine.
It is not. It is too dangerous to just let anyone wander the mines, but if you have questions, I can answer them. Otherwise, it is not safe.
No, I was just checking to see what type of ores you were looking at, as well as if there was processing. I was hoping to learn at least a little bit while I'm here, some blacksmithing skills, so that way I can maintain my appearance better.
We only harvest raw ore here. Nothing smelted. It is inefficient from what I know, but it gets us extra gold on the backside.
Okay then. Well, that was all. Y'all have a good day. Whoever was talking to me, I hope you win this hand. Like, seeing the cards.
It's not all in luck. He gives you a nudge and then gets back to his game.
All you would hear is like the little ting kind of sound as his, and then I would walk back out.
Just like elbows you and then
yeah, I would just walk back out to the farm.
Okay.
And kind of like be near the hives, close enough that like the bees and everything could get on me if they wanted to.
Okay.
With me like just messing with them, not intrusively, but like getting a feel for them and how they're reacting.
Make an animal handling check.
That is a 18. 14 plus 8. 14 plus 4.
Okay, yeah, you kind of just wander into the area of the bees along the side. This last box, not currently being attended by a keeper, you kind of just like approach and the bees just start landing one after another on you before more and more, and it's not long before you're standing next to them with your like arms spread out with various bees just perched and moving on you. The keepers don't seem to react.
Can I ask what the bees look like? Regular bees, or are they specially colored?
No, they seem to be regular bees. Yellow, black, and furry. Honeybees, obviously. They're larger than and rounder than your average bee, but yeah, no, it's pretty standard. Good healthy bees, but yeah, you guys have the day. The sun soon sets, and many of the individuals working the field kind of start to bring in bundles of their various plants and herbs. And as it's gathered up, it's all piled up into the ziggurat as the day comes to an end, as night settles in here in the desert. Enforcers do come out and start to light torches around the area, as a number of individuals still are at work on the outside as the sun has set. But if anybody else would like to do anything, you guys have the day to yourselves.
I'd like, if there's a game going, of like cards or dice or anything, I'd like to join and see if I can get gossip on anything.
Well, as you go inside and the evening begins to kick in, the ziggurat does become a little bit more alive, as many of the individuals, both in the commons kind of outside the recruit area where you guys live, many of the cultists who were working the field have taken up station there with various drinks, various other liquids, Vyraaka, and hookahs out, chatting up a storm, beginning the revelry of the evening, as a number of individuals have taken up instruments at the end of the room. It seems almost like routine as the work day ended. Many of the cultists now turn toward revelry to unwind. As you all head into the building, it's not long or hard at all to find a game of anything to pick up. And you can find games of bones, cards, dice, whatever you're looking for.
Card game sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. You can find a couple of people sat around a pillory around a hookah who are currently in the middle of a small game of cards. You could be the fourth one joining in as they currently unwind with a drink. Anybody else doing anything?
I would like to see if is Tazar anywhere nearby?
Tassar is go ahead and make a perception check.
That is an 8.
8. He is not anywhere that can be seen by you, no. However, most of the enforcers do seem to be hanging out in the dining hall, where most of the alchemists and helpers, not saying that like none of the enforcers hang out on the lower levels, but most of the enforcers seem to be hanging out in the dining hall where they're getting food, and many of them are playing dice currently up in the corner of the dining hall / commons area. While you're up there looking for him, you do hear coming from within the barracks, the enforcer barracks, a loud shouting as you can hear Tassar yelling quite loudly at one of his enforcers.
And if I catch you sleeping on the job one more time, I will tear your entrails out through your asshole. You hear me? Get out. Ah, hello. Bastion, I believe.
You can say B45. Be easier.
He motions you into the barracks and then through the back door to his office, which is ajar. The door is ajar. As you enter, you can kind of see him, like, arms crossed, leaned up against his desk. His room is very small. As you just got a glance into Kira's room, his room is almost like half the size of what you saw Kira's to be. And it's much more narrow. His bed is, like, tucked off to one corner as his desk is here. And then he has, like, an armoire off to another side. It's very cramped, but he nods toward you. How can I help you?
Not much other than you seemed this morning that I got to fight someone. However, hasn't exactly stopped me wanting to fight today. So I was wondering if you wanted to help me test your enforcers and test myself against them. And I'll even wager 5 gold for the person that beats me. 250 going it to you, 250 to the other.
You think you can take my enforcers?
I would like to attempt so. Hopefully that would get me into your good graces of me being a better choice.
Mm.
And I'm not one to exactly sleep on the job.
Okay, we could arrange something. I'm sure if I go to my enforcers and tell them the new recruit thinks he can kick their ass, I'll get a few contenders.
And we can split the pot of the bets. Say 1 gold per entry?
Well, I care not for that, but I will arrange this. Give me a day, we'll do it tomorrow. Ready yourself. In the evening, so don't get too banged up in the morning. Once we're off, you have free range to the merriment that ensues, so go have some fun. Tomorrow's fun will be a show, but I have to spread the word for now.
Okay then. That is all. Have a good night.
Of course, I'm excited.
And you can see it's kind of like already like tapping his fingers maniacally.
I'm assuming that they've given rest for Vyraaka throughout the day, right?
Yeah, you got one like just around lunchtime, and there are keepers about who seem to be readily supplying to those who are currently lounging about after work.
Okay. I was just checking.
You can approach one of them if you would like, but yeah, no, it seems that like a lot of people, yeah, it seems you'd actually, a number of you would see this process, and like as somebody like rushes like somebody gets off of work, they go up to a keeper and will like have a quick conversation, and the keeper will hand out a Vyraaka to them. You do see that a number of times throughout the day.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do. After that, I would probably just call it a night, like break away from the group.
Okay. So you turn in like to the recruits room?
Yeah, to the recruits room. And I guess I would probably just read the like few books I have from Agressa, from the South Mansion.
Okay.
To further catch up on history and things like that.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything as the ziggurat, comes alive in revelry? You can hear a number of people are currently up in the Grand Hall, as well as a number are lingering around the commons.
I'm still at the game.
Okay. Go ahead and make... You're trying to get gossip currently, right?
Yeah.
That's like your main goal. Go ahead and make a general charisma check then for me.
Okay. You okay? 1 second. I gotta bring up my thingy. There it is. Okay. That is 23 for charisma check.
23. Okay. As a 23, so you rolled a 19?
Yeah.
Nice. As you're playing cards on the lower level, in your game, sorry, 1 second. sits Sister Lyra, the young Leonin girl from your room that you had the previous night. She talks to the two others in the middle of the game about how close she's getting to learning the secret ingredient, basically. As she is in training to become a young alchemist, working with Emus. She does talk about how she greatly respects Emus. He she talks about how he's taken her under his wing. He watches out for her along with like all the other alchemists. She like a huge section of what, because she's playing with two helpers currently, and she's greatly talking up how good it is to be an alchemist, and a very excited kind of like childlike excitement to her. However, she does speak of an uneasy air that the alchemists hold, that puts her on edge. She explains to you that why she likes hanging out with the two, that she's playing cards with right now is like helpers still have a light about them, where it seems alchemists, those she work with, just they seem sad.
Oh.
She can't relate to them, and she doesn't really understand it. But she has this like excitement still to learn more, but like this fear of like what that means, kind of. And as the like evening goes on, she does both, like all three of the people you're playing with do get like fairly intoxicated, as you guys play on. However, that is most of what you gather. However, however, I will say the other two helpers, they do echo this like sense of sadness that like alchemists like. They talk about how currently like nobody like the commons are currently outside the alchemist's room, so they say this in almost hushed tones, but like the alchemists don't mingle, essentially. They stay to their rooms, just like the keepers do. Not just like the keepers do. The keepers don't mingle. They don't like talk. They don't like associate. The alchemists just like don't party. And like many people will be like, they're just like bookworms and stuff like that. But like Lyra, the Leonin, says, keeps reassuring, like it's something different. Like it's just. And she
ask her why. Yeah.
I mean, she just keeps making these like profound claims that like there's just like a sadness there, or like they've just lost their way, or like like just like weird claims that like could mean anything,
Okay.
Is that the secret? Is that the secret ingredient? Depression?
It could very well be. It is a depressant.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Can I assure Lyra, like, hey, thanks for coming out, and I'm sure all of your friends miss you, and it's a pleasure to meet you and have you around, and I'm glad that even though all of the other alchemists don't seem to have as much heart as her, that I can see it. I think she's a good person to not lose that.
But I'm worried that becoming an alchemist will make me lose that.
I think if you keep your chin up, it'll be okay. And as long as I'm here, and as long as all your friends are here, I think they would want you to know. As much as me. You've got friends.
Friends? That's so nice. She gets really like happy and like again, she's on Vyraaka too, I will make clear. So like she's like that kind of like girl at the at the rave or at the festival where it's just like, oh my god, we're like best friends now, like
or like the girl that you meet in the bathroom that's like, do you need anything? Do you need like a tampon, girl?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
Should I text my ex? Resounding
No. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you do so. Anybody else doing anything as the ziggurat is currently in party mode? We'll say it just outright. That's what it is. It's party ziggurat mode.
Nice.
This is a party cult.
Ooh. Party cult. Ain't no party like a cultist party.
No? Okay, well, I'm getting nothing from anybody else. So if you would like, you can turn in for the evening.
Bedtime.
Okay. The child doesn't...
Drink.
I will also tune in. I am old.
See, that was confusing. I'm like, wait, you're gonna have a drink? You're like 14. Like, see, that's where it's confusing.
They are 12.
Way too old enough to have Vyraaka, though. Old enough to do drugs.
Me and Joseph. We got
Yep.
Wait, is Joseph the name of your doll? Is that what you're naming the doll?
That's the name of my druggy doll.
I think she's trying to like invoke sympathy in these cultists by like having the doll, like that's why every time they're like drink, she's like, or I should say he plays up the like and my doll. so they go like, yeah, so they have to go like, oh, this is fucked up.
Like, man, I
wonder, like, has that worked on anyone so far? Like, where someone's had a shot in the back of the head?
Yeah, I mean, they tried to make me have another like half, and I was like, no.
Yeah, that was Tassar. That was Tassar specifically. But there was a guy that you guys remember who was like,
oh, you got a kid.
Yeah, who was like, we got all these guys, and one of them was just like, okay, the kid too, okay. Like, there was one guy who was just like,
what was her name? Yet. The girl that we met that is training to be a keeper.
Tamara.
Yeah, her. Kamara, yeah.
Tamara.
Tamara, sorry. Yeah, Tamara felt really bad seeing Avery there. Yeah, Tamara, she's...
Guys brought a kid here? Like...
yeah, like, that's fucked.
Is that deep now, huh?
But, yeah, so if anybody else, if you guys don't want to do anything, you guys will turn in. You were told that you will be expected to begin chores tomorrow. You will be working as a helper, essentially. But, yeah, so...
I'm leaving you in 20.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So you guys turn in for the evening. As you each turn in, sleep
Who gets the dream?
comes to all of you. But is it a peaceful sleep? Yes, it is. Except none of you. For you're awoken the next morning.
Joseph wakes up in a sweat.
With a knock on the door. No. Many of you, except Oberon, obviously, for he is a heavy sleeper, are awoken early as some begin to stir. Tamara is up first. Even though many of you turned in prior to any of the others, here. Tomorrow is quick up, as Mohad is already out the door. Some of you may have stirred as he was getting up first in the morning, but Tamara is soon to rise and head out before Raj, and each within the room, one by one, begin to awake and get ready for the day, making their beds and heading out. Do you all do the same, or are you lingering?
Yeah,
I wake up alongside Mahat, the first one to leave.
Okay.
And I just practice forms outside the room.
Okay.
Can I tell Tamara, like, goodbye and good luck as she leaves?
Yeah. Tamara nods. Thank you. You guys have a good day too. And she, you watch as she like sterns up real quick, puts her head up, puts the mask on, and then like slowly trudges down the hall, that narrow hall out just outside your room. Do you watch her go?
Yes, I do.
You watch she like heads down the dark hallway. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. Where'd my dice go? I was messing around. That is a 19 flat.
19 flat. Okay. As you stare down the hallway, you can see Tamara walks, takes a few steps down, and you can see, like, she's just, 3 steps lower as she walks down to the end of the hallway, and then she just stops, stands motionless, does not knock. She just walks to the end of the hallway, stands at the door, still. You watch for a few minutes as she stands there, and after 2 or 3 minutes or so, the door just opens up at the end of the hallway, and you can see standing on the other side 4 figures, all wearing purple, all mask on, staring outward. Just one in front, and then 3 figures just making up the rear. You can't really see past, as you just see 4 keepers immediately staring out the doorway, past, almost staring through, as the masks seem to give no indication where they're looking, staring directly through Tamara. You kind of like duck out of the view of the tunnel as they seem to like look at you. Yeah. But as you do, soon you hear footsteps in unison come out of the tunnel, and you can see 5 keepers all march down through the commons and up the stairs through the ziggurat.
So you're telling me there's like secret tunnels around the ziggurat that only the keepers can use?
Why do you say that?
Because you said that they appeared, or am I misreading this?
No, I mean, they, like, so let's go back to the Violet Knight ziggurat page. Or,
You could also look in Scouring the Scorched Earth.
yeah, you can look there too, but I will just take you here real quick. So here's the commons room outside your bedroom. I'm moving you. You should be moving right now. Do you see now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you also have our vision locked behind walls.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, I know. That's why I moved specifically her, just Ignacio, to see it. Yeah. So you see this hallway here? That is the hallways to the keeper's chamber, and there's just a door at the end that is their chamber. It opened up, and then they head out this hallway. It's a thin, narrow hallway to the keeper's chamber. She went down there to meet them, and then they all came out together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can also see a number of alchemists filing out of their rooms, heading up the stairs toward the lab. The recruit's room soon empties as Kaladin comes heading out looking for you all. I was told I should take you guys up to the farm where I can get you situated with some tools and we can get started on some work. Looks like you're with us today.
Okay.
Sounds good. Lead the way, buddy.
He starts walking up. I mean, it used to be all of us. Just like you guys, I came in with the lot before me. Lyra, Mohad, Tamara, Raj. But, like, one by one, they, took their different directions. And now I'm just here helping out with the helpers. I'm hoping I stay with them. But I figured I could make it as an enforcer. Didn't pan out. You're going for an enforcer, right? He kind of pats you on the chest, Bastion. Maybe you can show me a few things, and maybe we can convince them I got what it takes, huh?
Sure. I mean, I'm up every morning pretty early if you want to practice with me.
Yeah.
As well as tonight, if you want to watch, you can see me fight.
Okay. How long have you been fighting?
All my life.
That's how long is that?
Frankly, I don't remember. But roughly about 5 years in my memory.
Oh. 5 years is pretty experienced. Yeah, I could learn a bit from you. But for now, you'll be learning things from me. And he kind of, like, as you guys head out the ziggurat, he veers around the side and starts picking up different hoes and rakes and tools to hand out to each one of you. Follow me. We're gonna be harvesting cinnamon today. And he hands one of you an axe as you guys head in toward the field.
I'll take the axe.
As he does, you guys will begin labor work today in the hot sun. You are given a vial of Vyraaka as you leave the ziggurat. Keepers waiting with pillows out. A number of people rush out before you, grabbing tools and a vial of Vyraaka, which they down, and then head off to work. You can do the same.
I will. I'll down it as we're going.
But as you guys are working in the hot sun, I need Constitution saving throws from every one of you.
Did I roll one just because of the Vyraaka?
Oh, well, yeah, the Vyraaka too. If you're taking the Vyraaka, do that. But also, as you're working in the hot sun, unless you're doing something to negate this, like not working in the hot sun, pretty much.
Or being a robot?
Or being a robot.
Okay.
Yeah. Exhaustion. It's an exhaustion roll, I should say, yeah.
What is that? What is that number? That's
Wait, does it specifically say you can't get exhaustion?
Yeah, I'm immune to exhaustion.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hey, Chris.
It's okay. We're ending it up soon, so you're good.
All right, I got my rolls in.
Yeah, like you'll after here, you'll probably have to watch like a few minutes.
All right,
10 minutes maybe after this.
Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Okay, good night. Good night. So I can see all the little bubbles for where the tokens should be, but I can't see the map or the tokens.
What?
Can I have help? Yeah.
Oh,
like it's all gray.
Are you dragging out tokens?
What?
Did you drag out another token? Because like
No.
You have a duplicate on.
Are you talking about like how Avery and I just like sent something?
No, Ignacio had
Yeah.
like a. Oh yeah. It's weird.
I can.
All
Yeah,
I
the
can
little
see is
bubble.
me and Oberon.
I can't. Yeah, I can't see anything. Everything's gray. And I don't know why.
Because you
Yeah,
said it because that way we only have vision for our character.
Oh, it's because you. No, it's because...
There's walls around me? Okay.
Crazy.
Just like we're inside.
Walls around me. To my left and right.
Do you see anything now? Did that change anything?
Should I leave the game and then join back? Cause no.
Yes?
Yes? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you're seeing exactly.
It's just all gray. I can't see anything. I mean, I can see Foundry and my, like...
That's weird. Anyway,
characters, yeah.
it's not too necessary, as you guys... Well, I can move you guys to the compound farm anyway. As you guys do head out into the farm today, there are a few less helpers out in the morning.
Oh shit, there we go.
As you guys are sent back to the saffron field. Yeah, why are there so many Ignacios?
Sorry.
Like
Delete him.
No, it was I already did it. You're good.
Okay.
As you guys head back to the farms where Kaladin begins to show you the process of harvesting saffron, you guys do begin to work into the afternoon. The sun does beat down on you as it gets high into the sky, and Avery, you work diligently through the sun or through the heat as the sun trickles down and warms your back comfortably as you happily pick through the pretty leaves on the ground, quite content as you're happily under the effects of Vyraaka. In fact, working in the garden in the sun is quite pleasant when you're underneath the effects of Vyraaka. Same goes for you, Oberon, as you begin to sweat profusely, and your body starts to.
Oberon's not here.
I know. I'm still gonna say it.
Okay.
As your body begins to heavily begin to weigh down by the amounts of sweat you're protruding, and you're beginning to feel dehydrated as you happily smile, picking up the saffron leaves in the heat. That was your... Did you take the drug?
Yeah, that's just my drug save.
No, I'm sorry, Ignacio.
Yeah, I took it.
So that was the 19 con save for the drug. Did you... Let me get one for the exhaustion as well, please.
Yeah.
So another Constitution saving throw.
That's 3.
A 3? Oof.
No, 4, because I have 1 plus.
Okay, you are exhausted. 1 level of exhaustion.
Well.
However, as the day looms on overhead, you guys work for about 4 hours before you hear the yells of an enforcer.
Trouble coming in over the hills. Quick!
What was that? Your mic cut out
What
for
you
the
mean they were muddled?
Sorry.
Also was deliberate.
Quick! Trouble over the hills. Look at...
His sentence is cut off as he shouts out, and you all turn toward him. You can see a large harpoon stuck from his back as a cord coming from it yanks him off the dune top. As coming barreling atop the dune, you can see a large sail lifting a strange flat-bottomed catamaran over the top of the dune and coming barreling down on the other side. The body of the enforcer dangling behind, being dragged by a harpoon, settling the boat on the inside of the basin. As you can hear a number of shouts come from enforcers on different ends.
Quick! Arm yourselves! Everyone, to their stations!
You can hear a number of individuals starting to run toward where the boat came over the surface. You can see here, just off the edge of the saffron farm that you are in, Avery, a number of brown clad individuals, many strapped up with leather harnesses, leap down off this strange flat-bottomed boat. As the sails atop it kind of curl upward, you can see a number of individuals leap off and pull curved swords and begin charging at a number of nearby cultists. You can hear shouts and yell come from off the boats as, in two different locations, veering over dunes, two more ships come barreling over. They settle, and more individuals leap off the boats. As you hear shouts from enforcers on all sides. Raiders! Raiders! We have a raid! You watch as a number of enforcers each rush to gather up weapons, as each of you and many other cultists stand caught off guard in the middle of the saffron fields. As we end our session here, we will begin next week, Friday, 7 p.m. We will be picking up with what happens next. But
Time to get kidnapped.
Dun dun dun.
for now, you all stand unarmed in the middle of the saffron fields, might I add.
I stole a dagger.
You never said they picked up our weapons.
You never said they took our weapons away.
That's
You gotta
that's
retcon it?
fair,
You gonna retcon
but
it?
we are
That's fine.
retconning because you guys still are not, as recruits, still are not permitted with weapons around the premises.
As far as I aware, that's my dagger. Like I wrote my name.
If you want to say you tried to smuggle that dagger and not give it back, no, what, he's gonna expect a dagger back from you after that.
No, we give him the shit back. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. If I didn't make it clear, you guys are still not allowed to have weapons on the premises, as you all are all recruits. You guys still stand unarmed in the middle of the saffron fields. So that is going to be probably the first issue you guys are going to want to sort out when we begin our session next week. But
Yay.
that is a question to be answered then. So if you are still with us, don't forget to tune in next time at 7 p.m. Maybe, actually. I will post on the Twitch channel as well as in the Discord whether or not we'll be starting 7, but we should actually have that discussion. Is it possible to start 6 o'clock? Because it would be easier on Marinus.
I thought it would be not this month because Soggy.
That's the question I have. Is that the
I
case?
have overtime. Yeah, I have
Okay.
overtime all up throughout the month, so I'm not available until like
So
7
we can
exactly.
revote next month though, right?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, that's doable then.
Yeah, because by then hopefully I'll get my new.
Oh, nonetheless, I was saying 7 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock is when we start.
Okay.
Wait, right? Yeah, because it's 7 o'clock
No.
your time, isn't it?
Yeah,
We start at 8 o'clock right now for us.
Yeah.
For you, yeah,
for
which is
us
6
it's
o'clock
8.
my time, which is 6 o'clock
Yeah.
my time. Yeah.
So if we
Okay.
push it back an hour, it would be 5 for you.
Yeah, but right now we are continuing 6
Starting
o'clock.
at 6.
Just for the stream's sake.
Yes.
Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
6 PST.
6 o'clock. Do you hear me? 6 o'clock. Okay. Sorry. Don't forget to go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. You can check us out on all of the social medias: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, any of them, crispy_VDL. Be there or be square, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for our Woes of the Wildland campaign. We once again are operating 2 down, but we didn't want to miss out another week of no D&D, so tune in then. 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Woes of the Wildland. Our heroes are embarked in a dungeon currently, clearing out some pesky infestation they have found in a silver mine. So let's see how they handle that. Maybe they'll all die. Who knows? Find out tomorrow. Thank you. We'll catch you next time. See ya.
Hydrate.
Bye bye.
You're gonna raid someone.